Very well, ladies and gentlemen. So it looks like Hosam Aouar to Arsenal. Big, bigger possibilities, and Arsenal could sell off Aubameyang and Lacazette in the coming days. Why, you ask? Well, it totally depends upon the things that Manchester City are trying to pull in this transfer window. You'd never think in your life that Josep Guardiola and Cristiano Ronaldo would be working together in a football club, but to hell with what you think about that. So it's pretty much clear that it's definitely going to happen. We're going to talk about exactly what the deals are happening and exactly how that will affect Arsenal's transfer window in the upcoming 5 days that is left. Yes, so let's talk about it. The first news that we talk about is, of course, KHM Al Thani has actually tweeted out something. He says the next 72 hours resolve matters permanently. Things are accelerating. All beneficiaries, no losers. Now, this could mean the Arsenal ownership, but more importantly, it is drifting towards Mbappe to Real Madrid in the next 72 hours. So they've been actually, for some weird reason, they're just sharing those news about Mbappe to Real Madrid and, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo to Manchester City. But it could also mean something else. So more importantly, let's see what happens in the next 72 hours. And according to Al-Kabas, they say that Qatari is heading towards a new investment in the Premier League, with Arsenal a possibility. Qatari official hints at imminent completion of acquisition of Arsenal by the Qatar Investment Authority, heading to the Premier League after a positive experience with PSG. So they're definitely moving in with Arsenal next. So yes, Arsenal can have a Qatari invasion, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the Premier League clubs will be bought in by these oil merchants, and more importantly, the oil money will flow through the Arsenal vein. Do you actually want that or not? Let me know in the comments. But yes, there's no strong possibilities, but yeah, the source Al-Kabas has really a big amount of followers, and they're not joking, I would say that. Moving on, so let's talk about the one, the only Willian Borges. Why exactly Willian is still not out of Arsenal? So, well, according to Goal, Brazil, Willian has given a positive signal to Corinthians about a return to Brazil. The biggest problem is the negotiations because the player's salary. He gets 8 million euros at Arsenal. To seal the deal, there are two options. Willian accepts to reduce what he receives in London to return to Brazil, or Arsenal agree to pay part of his wages. Now, is that the only case? Well, that's what Goal Brazil and Thiago Fernandez have actually come up with. So the big question is, what will Arsenal do? That is, so Willian earns $3.5 million per month, while Corinthians has a salary cap of less than $1 million per month. So Marco Contero says that Cristiano Ronaldo said goodbye to Juventus. Oh wait, no, wait. It's just not straight away get into that. Alright, so not only that, let's talk about, Santi Ona says that Corinthians offers a contract until 2023 to Willian, 3 million euros annual salary. His agents Kia Jurabchin and Bertolucci have taken steps to release him from free of Arsenal. The player privileges Europe, as mentioned by Fabrizio Romano. So that is that. And Thiago Fernandez says that he has agreed to move to Corinthians. Willian has agreed to move to Corinthians. How exactly that will go on about, well, we don't know. Let's see how things will turn out. But more importantly, Arsenal's training yesterday, you could see Gabriel Martinelli, you could see Hector Bellerin, Kieran Tierney training with the coaches, and of course Albert Sambi Lokonga, and finally the appearance of Salah Eddin in Arsenal's training grounds. That's a beautiful part, training with the big boys. So Fabrizio Romano says Aouar was offered to Arsenal, but the club haven't responded yet. Let's see if Arsenal go for a bid in the coming days. Tottenham are not interested as of now, and here's why Tottenham are not interested, because it looks like there were 4 clubs in the pursuit of Barcelona star Alex Moriba. Arsenal, Tottenham and Chelsea have been handed a boost because Real Madrid were the 4th club who wanted to sign Alex Moriba, but it looks like there's no possibility of that happening because Real Madrid says no, we don't want Alex Moriba. So Arsenal, Chelsea and Spurs, all 3 London clubs are getting into to sign They made themselves available to sign Alex Moriba, but more importantly, Spurs are now looking into the possibilities of getting Alex Moriba, bring him to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and that is where the whole Hosam Aouar deal changes. So Hosam Aouar is not being wanted by Tottenham as of now. So Arsenal could have Hosam Aouar before the end of the transfer window, but that is that. And now the bigger one. According to TV dello Sport, they say if a Sport Italia, if Juventus can't close a deal for Mauro Icardi, they will target Aubameyang or Lacazette. Now this is exactly what I was talking about. Marco Conterio says Cristiano Ronaldo said goodbye to Juventus. The club began to think about the future. Now Juventus have begun contacts with Mauro Icardi and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang that they would want to bring in. Niki Cheka says that talks began between Juventus and Arsenal regarding Aubameyang. Well, Alfredo Pedula says that Italian journalist Alfredo Pedula confirms that Juve contacted Icardi to find out about the possibility of contracting him. Alternative files there are Aubameyang or Lacazette. So there you go. We were waiting for something to open up for Lacazette, and even Sport Italia says that Juventus is in negotiations with Icardi to replace Cristiano. The Argentine asks 24 to 48 hours to decide whether to leave Paris. If Icardi deal is not closed, the alternatives are Aubameyang and Lacazette. Now, this is exactly how Cristiano Ronaldo's deal is totally dependent on Arsenal getting a sale on one of their players or not. And according to Andre Hernan, Willian will leave Arsenal and will determine his future within days. Corinthians made his official offer to him, but he's still thinking and waiting for offers from Europe despite his willingness to agree. Corinthians are interested in borrowing him, with Arsenal taking care of large part of his salaries, but this is not currently available. However, I think that the termination story stands more true, but okay, whatever. And even according to Get French Football News, score agencies have been offering Lacazette to virtually every major European club in the last 14 days, but the sides interested can't afford more than a loan, which Arsenal don't want, and clubs like Juventus have other priorities, according to sources contacted by GFFN. Unbelievable to say the least. And yep, that's that. And Guillaume MP, he says that Juventus made an attempt to Icardi today, but the player would like to stay at PSG, especially if Mbappe were to leave. Aubameyang, Griezmann, Lacazette. Many names are proposed, but Juventus want to start rebuilding with a young striker. So they are looking for a younger striker and not someone who's really old. So let's see how things will turn out to be. The profile is different, so let's see. Do you believe Arsenal are going to sell Aubameyang to Juventus? Let me know in the comments. It would be a silly move. I don't think so they would do that, but Saka on Instagram shares this and says, you showed us, all of us at Haaland, it was possible to make it at Arsenal. No matter what, remember how highly we all think of you. Forever an inspiration, you'll be back at Jack Wilshere. That is class from Bukayo Saka, and that is the beauty of it. Arsenal defender Daniel Ballard will spend next season on loan in the Championship, and even Charlie Patino, but it looks like Charlie Patino was supposed to be integrated into the first team and will feature more regularly in under-23s. Was reported by Chris Wheatley, and that's exactly what we saw. Charlie Patino was in Arsenal's first team training yesterday, and that is the beauty of it. Well, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, Juventus have already rejected the possibility that they don't want Griezmann at all. They prefer a younger striker instead. So that's the funniest update. And Arsenal will face AFC Wimbledon, already mentioned, in the third round of the Carabao Cup, and that game will be played at the Emirates. It's going to be a home game, and that's the beauty of it. But here's one of the biggest and the worst news that you'd ever come across if you're a Manchester City fan. Benjamin Mendy has been charged with 4 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault against 3 complainants aged over 16 between October 2020 and August 2021, Cheshire Constabulary said. So, do you think this will end the career of Benjamin Mendy? So, if Alex Moriba goes to Tottenham, no way they're going for Hosam Aouar. They're not even interested in Hosam Aouar anymore, according to some other sources as well. So, I'm pretty much sure Aouar is available. If Arsenal go for him, he's the best guy. I mean, Aouar right now, because the price that he'd be available for, I think that'll be really cheap. So, Hosam Aouar would add up, but how far, I don't know. I see him as a centre mid only, not a cam, not in any advanced roles. But that is that. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be. Consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments if, of course, you would want. I would want Lacazette to leave because, of course, we're not offering him a new contract. But big question is, will Juventus go for him? That's the first part. And if yes, let me know. Do you want Hossein Aouar or Alex Moriba at Arsenal? I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.